Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share 7 iPad features that every architect and designer should know. I actually wanted to share 15 of them, but the video was too long, so the part 2 will be uploaded next week. These are not specific to one app, they are about the overall features of the iPad that can make your work faster, smoother, and more organized. You probably already know some of them, but I'm sure there are a few in here that will change the way you work. So let's start. First, app switcher and multitasking gestures. When we work on an iPad, we usually use a lot of apps. We are constantly switching between them, closing one, opening another, and moving back and forth throughout the day. That's why it's important to know how to navigate between apps quickly. The easiest way is to open the app switcher. Swipe up from the bottom edge of the screen, you will see all your recently opened apps displayed as cards. Simply tap any app to jump straight back to it. An even faster method, when you are already inside an app, just swipe left or right with 4 or 5 fingers. This instantly switches between your open apps without returning to the home screen. If this gesture isn't working for you, make sure it's enabled in Settings, Multitasking, and Gestures. While you are in that settings page, you will notice 3 options: Full Screen Apps, Windowed Apps, and Stage Manager. Full Screen Apps provides the traditional iPad experience where one app occupies the entire screen. Windowed Apps and Stage Manager, on the other hand, allow you to work with multiple app windows at the same time. You can resize, overlap, and arrange them much like you would on a Mac. You will also notice the familiar traffic light buttons in the top left corner of each app window. If they are not visible, swipe down slightly from the top of the app window to reveal them. The red button closes the app window, the yellow button minimizes the window, and the green button resizes the window. You can also press and hold it to access layout options such as left half, right half, floating window, or full screen. This is great because you can just hold any window from the corner and resize it and open multiple windows like that at the same time. Which takes us to the feature number 2. Split screen. Split screen allows you to view and use 2 apps side by side on your iPad. You can resize and position the windows just like we did earlier, but another quick way to create a split screen layout is while you are already using an app. Swipe up slightly from the bottom of the screen to reveal the dock, then tap and hold the second app and drag it to the right side of the screen. The iPad will automatically place both apps side by side. This is a feature I use all the time. For example, I often keep Procreate open on one side and my furniture or texture libraries on the other. Sometimes I even have SketchUp open alongside Procreate so I can reference my models while working. And a really nice thing about that, you can drag almost anything from one app to another. For example, press and hold an image in Photos until it lifts, then drag it directly into Procreate. You can really drag almost anything you want from any app to another. You can even move multiple items at once, hold the first item, then use another finger to tap additional items and add them to the selection before dragging everything together in the destination app. The exact steps may vary slightly depending on your iPad model and version, but the overall workflow remains the same. Apple Pencil gestures. Depending on which Apple Pencil you have, your gestures will be different. I have the Apple Pencil USB-C, and on this one I have bottom corner gestures. When I swipe from the bottom right corner of the screen with my pencil, a quick note opens instantly, even from the lock screen. I can write down a measurement, sketch a quick idea, or write a note without unlocking my iPad or opening any app. It saves automatically to the Notes app, and if you are on a website, when you open a quick note, you will see an Add Link button that saves the page directly to your notes. Very handy for saving references, for example. And when I swipe from the bottom left corner, it takes a screenshot instantly. To set these up, go to Settings, Apple Pencil, and you will see the 2 corner options. Assign them to whatever you use most. If you have another Apple Pencil model, you may have different settings. Just go to the same settings page to customize it. Screenshots. You can take a screenshot either by pressing the buttons together or by using the Apple Pencil corner gestures we talked about earlier. As soon as you capture it, a small preview appears in the corner of the screen. Tap that preview and you will go directly into the markup tool, where you can draw, annotate, add text, highlight content, and make quick edits right on the screenshot. I use this feature all the time when communicating with my team or clients. For example, I can take a photo of a space, mark up exactly what I need, and send it immediately without opening any other app. Also, you have a button just here if you want to select and copy a part of the text or even to translate it. And a feature that many people don't know about, if you are viewing a web page or a PDF, tap Full Page at the top of the screenshot editor. Instead of capturing only what's visible on your screen, the iPad will capture the entire page. This is especially useful for saving long articles or complete PDF pages. Once saved, you can open it later, zoom in and scroll through the entire captured page, just as if you were viewing the original document. Feature 5. Screen recording. Swipe down from the top right corner to open the control center and tap the record button, and your iPad starts recording everything on screen. If you hold it, you can also enable the microphone so you can narrate while you record. This is great for recording your design process to share on social media. Sometimes I use it in my tutorial content or for showing a walkthrough of a 3D model, for example. You are supposed to have the button here in the control center, but if you don't, hold one finger and you will see the button Add a Control. Tap on it, you can customize it, add or remove buttons for the things you use the most. Add a website to your home screen. This one is simple but very useful. If there is a website you visit constantly, you can add it directly to your home screen like an app. Open the website, tap the Share button and choose Add to Home Screen. It appears as an icon and opens instantly with one tap. No searching through the web again. Scribble. Scribble lets you handwrite with your Apple Pencil in any text field, search bars, emails, messages, notes, and more, and it converts your handwriting to typed text instantly. No keyboard needed. Go to Settings, Apple Pencil, Scribble, and make sure it's turned on. This is very useful when you just need to write something quickly with your pencil, and it's surprisingly accurate. And that's it for this video. So those were features that I think every architect and designer should know. Some of them are small habits that save you a few seconds each time, but when you use them every day, they add up to a completely different workflow. Let me know in the comments which one was new to you, and if there is an iPad feature you love that I didn't mention here, drop it below in the comment section. I would love to know. If you have some more time, you can check out this video here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!